work this week for a conference, and I'm here by myself. I brought the dogs, but they're actually at the Airbnb right now. But this is mostly going to be a Disney vlog, but I did want to show you the sunset on the beach right now, because I came on a little solo adventure to Newport Beach. I also found myself in like the rich part of Newport Beach. Like, all these houses are so nice, but I'll show you the sunset. I'm currently assembling some nachos and the sun is setting, so very relaxing after a 8-hour drive down here. It's nice to be at the beach. But this is mainly going to be a Disney vlog because I've always wanted to see Disneyland in the fall when it's decorated for Halloween, and it currently is. So I'm using being in LA as an excuse to take myself to Disneyland, and then after the conference is over, I'm going to Disneyland by myself this week. So super excited. Night one, and here's that typical LA traffic. I'm already stuck in it. Conference fit check. Okay, so I've been packing up my Airbnb. All my stuff is on the ground over there. Honestly, I wasn't 100% sure that this whole Disney thing was gonna happen. Oh my gosh, I left the fridge open. I feel like I was kind of on the fence about going because it's not on my way home or anywhere, but I am gonna go, and let me show you my spooky little Disney fit. Also, I'm losing my voice for some reason, so if I go on any rides today, it's probably gonna be even worse. But I haven't even been talking that much or screaming, obviously, at this at this conference. But this is my Disney fit. I got this cute little skeleton shirt the other day, literally solely for spooky season being upon us. So sorry, little babies, but you cannot come to Disneyland. I wish I could take you, although you'd probably hate it the entire time. But yeah, I'm gonna get going to Disneyland. I am excited. I feel like it hasn't really hit me that I'm gonna be in Disneyland in an hour. It's just not on my way, so I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to even go, but I am excited, and I'm glad that I made the decision to go. And honestly, my bucket list this year, I had take a solo trip somewhere on my bucket list. I can check that off now because I took my solo road trip down here to LA or Riverside, and now I'm taking myself to Disneyland. Might as well. I'm all the way here. I made it inside.
I would gladly be of service, but
Enter the coordinates I'm transmitting to you.
Okay, so I didn't actually say before, my main reason for coming here is to try all the fall foods. Because I've been here before, I feel like I don't need to ride every single ride, So I just rode one Star Wars ride that was pretty cool. It was like being in a simulator. It was cool, but I don't feel the need to ride every single ride, if it makes sense. Just because I've already been here before, but I've never been here and just eaten the food. I don't actually know if I've ever eaten at Disneyland, so I'm here for the food today. So first we're trying this caramel pumpkin macaron. Let's see how it is. It is sort of already falling apart, and I haven't even eaten it yet. It's very good. It doesn't really taste like pumpkin, but it's very good. Also, I don't actually know if this little microphone is working, but I forgot that I did bring this in case it's very loud here. I also thought that I would be less shy about vlogging in public, but I think because I'm by myself, I feel really weird about it. Just talking to myself. Okay, I think I would rate that a solid 7, honestly. I haven't eaten that many macarons in my life, but it was good. It was like less flavorful until I got to the very center, and then the cream in the center was so sweet that honestly my mouth hurts, and that like is a lot coming from me. But it was really cute, so I'll give it like points for being shaped like a Mickey pumpkin. But yeah, I think I give it like a 7. But I honestly think that's like every other time I've come to Disneyland, I say every other, I've been here twice, once as like a little kid and then once in high school, and I brought my own snacks like in high school, and I don't remember as a kid really, but in high school I was poor, so I didn't eat here. I think that might be my first Disney food ever. Now I'm about to go to Autotopia and ride a little car. These things are slow as hell. No hands, no hands. Uh-oh. I think they need to put a Fast and Furious ride in here, or maybe a Universal or something, but this is like 1 mile an hour. This ride is pretty fun, but it is like breathing in straight exhaust the whole time. Man, there's traffic here too. There's traffic everywhere in LA.
Most wonderful time.
By
Ta-ta!
myself in here, so let's hope I don't get sick from my macaron earlier since it was so sweet. Also, I'm telling everyone that the man running this is Timothée Chalamet. He kind of looks like him. Oh my goodness, there's a parade going by right now. It's so cool. I feel like I'm a kid again. And also we get like front row seats. This is actually really hard to turn by yourself. And I'm already dizzy. Since I'm here by myself, I'm not like bothering to wait in line for, like, the Matterhorn is definitely like reminiscent of my childhood, but I'm not gonna wait in line for an hour to go on the Matterhorn and just like stand there by myself. Sadly, It's a Small World is closed right now. So today is September 27th or 28th or September something. Apparently It's a Small World is closed because they're decorating for Christmas already. So it's like closed until they open for Christmas, because that's definitely a classic. And I feel like the line for it is like usually not that long, but I'm probably gonna go see the Star Wars area, because I think last time I was here they had just built or like just opened the Star Wars portion, but it wasn't all like done yet. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I might go over to California Adventure. I'm entering Frontierland, which is where all the Star Wars stuff is. Got here just in time.
Am I clear, Lieutenant?
You are clear, sir.
I just got the cutest little Coca-Cola because it's Star Wars themed. Man, I feel like I can't even drink this. I gotta like keep it forever. This is so cool. All this definitely was not open the last time I was here. And I'm definitely not drinking this. I'm gonna take it home to Alexander as a surprise.
Hello, my friends. I am Hondo Onaka, and this is Onaka Transport Solutions. Today,
I
just went on the Millennium Falcon ride. It was really good. It was also like another like simulator type situation. I was the engineer in the back fixing everything that the pilots broke, so you know, it was like flying with Alex. Everything was broken the whole time. Just kidding. It was good though. I would say that the like decorations, like being inside and stuff, it really felt like I like wasn't just like in Disneyland or whatever. I don't know. I thought it seemed like pretty realistic, like the ship and everything, which was cool. Also, all the people in this part of the park are dressed up like they're from different parts or like different worlds in Star Wars, which is cool because I feel like the rest of the park, they're all like the people who are cleaning or like serving food or picking up trash or whatever. I feel like they're all dressed the same, but here they're actually dressed like they're from different like planets in Star Wars, which is really cool. then you walk right out of Star Wars and Tiana's bathroom. This is so cool. Okay, so now I got this pumpkin cream cold brew, and it's got Jack Skellington on top, which is super cute. I just watched this movie actually the other day for the first time. But I have not had caffeine today, and actually this whole week, like at the conference and stuff, even driving down here for 8 hours, I did not drink any caffeine. And I am really tired right now, so I think it's also the heat. It's like 90 degrees out. I'm glad. I almost brought a sweatshirt for like to tie around my waist for when the sun goes down, but I'm glad I didn't. So yeah, anyway, I'm just I really feel like so much of this wasn't here the last time that I was in Disneyland. But let me put my straw in to stir this. Ooh, that whipped cream is good though, but I'm gonna do a taste test. I was gonna say it's really good, and then the aftertaste is not so good. The aftertaste, I don't know, it tastes like weird dirt. Also, that person's making fake s'mores on the ground. Yeah, I don't know about this. It's not very pumpkin-y. It's like, it's just really bitter. Oh my goodness, everything in here being Halloween themed. I want it all. All right, it is time to park hop over to California Adventure, which I think is mostly Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So that'll be cool because I just watched that movie. I guess technically I have seen that movie maybe like 3 times. Alex has made me watch it like probably every year we've been together, and I have slept through it every year, except for this year. I did actually watch the whole thing, and I haven't really been a Tim Burton fan before, but I actually really liked it. It took me like maybe the first 30 minutes to get into it, but I actually really liked it. Okay, so I'm in California Adventure in Hollywoodland, I think that's what it's called. But I'm heading over to the Tower of Terror, which is now Guardians of the Galaxy. I will say that I do have Tower of Terror trauma from when I was a child. I've been on it since, like when I came in high school, I did go on the Tower of Terror. Still didn't enjoy it. So I already know I'm gonna hate it, but I just feel like it's one of those things where I do have to wait in line for this one, and it's kind of like a requirement because of my childhood trauma to go on it, you know? There she is in all her glory and all her terror. When I went on it as a kid, I was sobbing like the whole time, and nobody knew that I was crying and not having a good time. Everybody thought that I was enjoying it, and I was in fact not enjoying it. And it was like the very first ride I think that we went on. So then the entire rest of the time at Disneyland, I like cried on every ride because I thought they all were gonna like drop out of the sky. I was like 7, but I thought all the rides did that because that was kind of my first ride, you know? So yeah, it was really traumatic.
These tiny little heat signatures, see? All those other heat signatures are, well, don't worry about them. Listen up.
Oh my gosh, I'm like literally shaking. Definitely as bad as I remember. I recorded it as a workout on my watch to see my heart rate, and it was like 160. Yeah, it was only like a minute and a half ride. It felt longer, or like in my memory it seemed longer, but I was gripping on for dear life. I'll insert the picture that it takes during the ride. You can see like I'm gripping so hard. So definitely as terrifying as I remember it being, and I was like gripping so hard that when I stood up I was shaking.
What? Oh, no, not fighting bad guys today. I was testing some new tech in the suit for Mr. Stark. Good to see ya. I hope it can do this. This is awesome!
Alex and I also just watched Cars like a week ago, so it's really cute to be in Cars Land, and they got all these Halloween decorations. I would say Cars Land by far has the best Halloween decor. I mean, outside of like Main Street with the giant Mickey pumpkin, because literally, for whatever reason, I don't know, but it's always been my dream to see that in person, even though it's just a Mickey pumpkin. So in Pixar Pier, we've got San Francisco Square on one side, and then we've got the classic Ferris wheel and the Incredicoaster, which the Ferris wheel is another thing that I've never been on. And I don't think that San Francisco Square was here the last time I was here either, and neither was the Marvel campus. So I don't know, honestly, I guess I didn't really realize that like Disney changes so much, but I feel like it feels like a brand new place than the last time I was here.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god!
I can't believe I thought this was a normal Ferris wheel.
You went on the right side, girl!
Okay, the Ferris wheel was honestly a disappointment, but I think it's because they weren't paying attention to like which cars had like been filled for that round, because it never actually went in a continuous loop. It was just like it swung back and forth, which was cool because it's like tilted really far and there was nothing to hold on to, so it was like a little bit scary. But it just would go and then stop while they loaded someone else, and then it would go like a tiny bit and then stop again so they could unload and load. And then like when we got back to the bottom, we got off, but then right after we got off, it just started going continuous, and that's what I thought was supposed to happen. So I think that they just like messed up and weren't paying attention to how many like rounds it had gone through or whatever, how many cars it loaded. So I didn't even get to go on a continuous loop. It would just go and then stop, which was kind of lame, but whatever. I will say that being here alone has me really missing Alex, and I do wish that Alexander was here with me, because we've never been to Disney together. We've been to Universal. I do wish he was here. The only perk about being here alone is that any rides that have like a single rider line, I just get to go straight to the front, basically. Like I just went on a little roller coaster, and they said it was like a 40 or 45 minute wait, and I literally got on right away because there was no other like single riders waiting. So that is kind of a perk. Like even if Alex was here, I'd probably be like, if we don't want to wait in line, we can just ride separate, you know? I'm so indecisive. I'm already going back to Disneyland, but I also know I'm gonna go back to California Adventure when it gets a little darker, so I can see everything lit up, because like the Ferris wheel and stuff is really pretty at night. But then the fireworks show is in Disneyland, so I'm gonna have to come back again later. Okay, so now from Edelweiss Snacks, I got their cheesy garlic bratwurst in a pretzel bun. It's like so insanely greasy, and I'm not even touching it. I'm touching the tin foil, and it's so greasy. I know it's gonna make a mess. Oh, I also got these in the last like 30 minutes. I made my own Mickey ears, so that's an update. And then after I eat this, I'm gonna go on Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, and then probably go back to California Adventure to see everything now that it's getting dark. I didn't even get any bratwurst yet, and this garlic pretzel bun is so good. Okay, I've been eating this for a hot minute, still haven't even gotten to the bratwurst, but this like garlic cheese, I guess normally they sell like these pretzel buns and it's just cheese and garlic, and apparently they're really good. So I bet with the bratwurst it's even better once I like get to it in a minute, but that like cheese, melted cheese, is so good. Okay, so to be honest, these people came and sat literally right next to me while I was eating, so I didn't feel comfortable vlogging the rest of my meal, but I would have rated that like an 8.5. It was so good. The bratwurst I do wish was like a little bit spicier, but it was very good. And oh, I was gonna say, I'm mad that I forgot, like I didn't think to vlog picking these out and like showing like making your own headband. I also was on FaceTime with Alex because I needed moral support to justify getting like a Halloween theme and not. But anyway, it was kind of cool. I didn't know you could make your own headband. I think that's like a new thing. I don't know. All of Disneyland kind of seems new to me. It seems very different than the last time I was here. And it's also like electronic now. I mean, ordering your food, like literally everything is on the app. And I think the app was like a little bit confusing, but I didn't have to use the app the last time I was here. So I don't know. It's all very electronic now.
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be...
Look how cute everything is at night with Oogie Boogie all lit up and everything. This is now my 4th time swapping parks, I think, or like 4th time back and forth. Wow, this part is so cute at night. I feel like I'm about to just like redo everything except for at night, but it's honestly like too cute not to. You know, I was just looking at the Tower of Terror all lit up in the distance, in all her glory, and it hasn't even been called the Tower of Terror for probably like 10 years now, and I realized that soon enough there's like gonna be a generation of kids and stuff coming to Disneyland who don't even know what the Tower of Terror is. Like, they're only gonna know it as Guardians of the Galaxy, and honestly I think it's kind of sad. Like, it was fun today, but I low-key think that the Tower of Terror, like, storyline or whatever, that went with it was kind of more fun, except for that was almost 20 years ago. Wow, that's crazy. That was almost 20 years ago when I was on it as the Tower of Terror, so I barely even remember, but it did make me sad to realize that, like, soon enough, there's not going to be people who even remember it as the Tower of Terror at all. I think this is really showing my true colors of indecisiveness now that I'm about to enter Disneyland for the 3rd time, and I just entered California Adventure like 17 minutes ago just to look at the lights, and now I'm gonna come look at the lights inside Disneyland. Literally the second you walk into Disneyland, it smells like sugar. Okay, this is my last Disney fall item. It is Dole Whip, but it also has ube, and I don't know what the green stuff is, because I thought it was ube, but anyway, and it has lychee, and yeah, and it's supposed to look like a little monster. But after I had Dole Whip once at Santa Cruz, you know I have to get it again, because now I'm obsessed. I love this. I think because for one, it's Dole Whip, which you can't mess up. It's making my teeth green, but also since they added stuff, it like gives added flavor, you know, because Dole Whip's already good on its own, but this is like adding some extra punch. Oh my gosh, my teeth are so blue. Man, it is so wild to me that the last time that I was here, I literally got here the second the park opened, and I stayed until they were like closing everybody out at midnight or whatever, and it just hit 9 o'clock and I'm like ready to go to bed. And I've only been here for like 8 hours. But there is a fireworks show at 9:30, so I have to make it like at least 30 more minutes. But I'm so tired. Well, I made it back to my Airbnb. The dogs are very happy that I'm back. I feel really bad. They were just here chilling all day. But oh hey boy. Hey boy. Anyway, boy, what you doing? What was I gonna say? Oh, I was looking up how many steps I walked today, or how far I walked, I guess, at Disneyland. I walked 11.5 miles. My feet are dead, especially because the last couple days for the conference, I only, my Airbnb is only like a quarter mile or like a third of a mile from the conference center, but I was wearing heels the last couple days. Like I have blisters on the back of my feet that I had to like put band-aids over because I knew I was gonna be walking so much at Disney today. And then just like walking in general, like the bottoms of my feet, everything just hurts. I feel like such an old lady because like my knees are sore, like, but yeah, I walked 11.5 miles and I was only there for like half the time that Disney was open because I left at like 9:30 or whatever, and it also closes at 12. And I got there at like 12. I think like if someone else was there with me, I would have tried so much more food because there, like, I don't eat a lot because I just don't get hungry on my own, and I couldn't even finish the things that I like bought and showed you guys. So there was a lot of other like fall foods that I really wanted to try. Like specifically they had these caramel apple beignets that apparently taste like those like caramel apple suckers that all the kids eat, and there was like a couple burgers and stuff that were special for their Halloween. I don't know, but I just like I couldn't have eaten it all. Like I would have been taking one bite and throwing it all away. So it would have been cool if somebody else was there and we could have like split a bunch more food to try. But honestly, it was expensive enough as it is. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say is that the last time I was in Disney, like almost a decade ago now, actually it might have been a decade ago, but I met Jennifer Morrison the last time that I was at Disneyland, and it was like when the park was closing at midnight, everyone was being escorted out, and she was being escorted out by her security, and I was like politely rude enough to interrupt her and be like, hi, can I get a picture with you? So I don't know if I still have that picture. I hope that I do. Like I know I do somewhere, but if I can find it, I will insert it here. If I cannot find it, then just know that there is a picture of me back when I had braces, and I back when I was like 15 or something, and I met Jennifer Morrison, because dreams do come true at Disneyland. But anyway, I'm so exhausted. It's almost midnight now, and I have to drive all the way home tomorrow, so I'm gonna go to bed and unfortunately have to wake up. But today was so fun. It was like nice to just be spontaneous and like do something myself, you know. It was a little bit stressful because I've never like parked at Disneyland, and I mean I haven't been there in so long. I feel like I didn't know how anything worked anymore. Like some of the rides you had to go into a virtual queue for. You couldn't even just like show up to the ride like I thought. But anyway, it was really fun. It was cool to see. It was way busier than I remember it ever being, and I feel like everything is so focused on making money now that I was like, I don't know if I could be one of those Disney adults like everybody's turning into, but it was really fun to still go see it like as an adult. So yeah, I will see y'all in probably a car vlog soon. Hi, boy. Just remember, people, beauty is pain.